for the video of the day book review, and today our book is Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan. I think I mentioned this before. I told you guys that I was reading this book. It's a very good book. Like I said, it's in medieval times. The two main characters, Hadrian and Royce, are not what they appear to be. And you find out who one of them is by the end of this book. Now, this is Theft of Swords, but it is two books. I believe the first book in the book of the Theft of Swords is Conspiracy. The other one is Avanpartha. And you learn a little bit about the main characters throughout this book, but you find out that the two main characters, Royce and Hadrian, are not exactly what they appear to be. There's drama. There is some comedy in it, sarcastic comedy. But it's an excellent book. Now the next one, hold on a minute. We're going to get up here and get the next one. Here's the next one. The next one, as you can see, it's huge. Is Rise of Empire. That's the next video, or the next video. That's the next book in the series. This one also contains two books. I can't remember what the names of them are, though, off the top of my head. I've already listened to this, so that's why I can tell you about it. There's a third one in this series called Heir of Navron. Now, Heir of Navron, I tried to get from the library on CD, but they didn't have it. Apparently they had it at one time, but they don't have it anymore. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Something was damaged with it or something, I don't know. But this is an excellent book. On a scale of 1 to 10, I definitely give it an 11. I give the whole series an 11. The Heir of Navron, which is the last book, I had to get that, like I said, and I had to get it printed form. So I actually literally had to use my eyeballs and read it. And it's like 700 pages or something like that. And I read it in like 4 days. It's one of those, the series is so good you don't want to put it down. You just, when I first listened to this, I didn't like shutting it off because I wanted to hear what was going on, because it's suspenseful all the way through the book. But yeah, I mean, it's a great book. I would definitely recommend reading it. Now, maybe you're out there and you say, Greg, you know what? I'm not really good at reading. I really wish you wouldn't do these because I'm just really not interested in it. But you know what? Tell you what you do. Go to the library. My wife will do this sometimes. So what you can do, and sometimes I do this just because I like to do it. Go to the library, get the book on CD. When you get the book on CD, get the actual printed book as well, and then listen to it and follow along. Now, some of you may remember when you were little kids, they had these book and record sets where you get this little thin book, this thick. It's not very big at all, just a few pages, a small story for children, and you put the record on, and you listen to the record. Y'all know what a record is? Some of you out there going, "What's a record?" You put the record on, and the person on the record would read the story, and then you would follow along. And when you get to the end of the page, it would go, shing, you get a little sound, and then you flip the page. And that's I used to have a whole buttload of those things. Oh my God. And I used to listen to them all the time. But this is the same thing. You can do the exact same thing. As long as it's the unabridged recording. Okay? Kind of give you guys an idea of how I feel about this book. I would put this on the same plane as Harry Potter. It's really, really good. And it comes out, the very last book, you find out what exactly is going on with our two main characters. Okay? And what it's all about. So, I've done the Theft of Swords this week. All right? Hopefully next week I get Rise of Empire done. But, like I say, hold on a minute. Rise of Empire is pretty big. I mean, there's Rise of Empire. There's Theft of Swords. Theft of Swords has 18 discs. It's 22 and a half hours. And this one has 23 discs. And it's 26 and a half hours. So I'm going to try and get that one listened to again to kind of refresh my memory, and I'll do a book review on that one next week. Now, last book review, I'm going to wrap this up. The last book review I did, I talked about the book Dark Symphony. Okay? I have 2 more books coming from the library in the Dark series. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll get to those there in the next few weeks, and I'll do book reviews on those as well. But Christine Freehand's a great author. The books are all good. So I'm going to tell you how good each one of them are. I'm sure, maybe one of the books may not be as good as the others, but in any event, that's been the book review for the day. Video of the day, book review today. Once again, Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan is the book. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm rating it an 11. It's really good. And that's going to about wrap it up. Okay? So thank you for watching the Video of the Day book review. I'm your host, Greg. Until next time, see ya!